Answer the following questions. What were the three pieces of news which arrived at the country house? A. People of Strelso were worried when they heard that the king Rasandel was badly injured while he was hunting in the woods. B. Michael thought that Rasandel was badly injured by Robert. C. The princess was worried and wanted to see him. Rasandel, Sabt, and Fritz were loyal to the king. Discuss. On hearing of his illness, they realized that they had to do something very quickly. If they were late, the king would surely die, so they took 7 men and went to Zenda. How did Rasandel and his men go to Zenda, and how long did they take? They rode their horses and into a wet, windy night, taking a quiet back road towards the castle of Zenda. It took them an hour to get there. What did Rasandel hear when he was examining the pipe? He heard Ditchard talking to the real king, telling him it was time for his sleep. Show that the king was in despair in his imprisonment. The king asked Ditchard why Michael, the king's brother, didn't kill him quickly. What was Ditchard's answer to the king's question? Ditchard told the king that the duke didn't want the king to die. Not yet, anyway. Why did Robert manage to escape from them? Because Robert was too quick. He waved his sword at Rasandel and cut the stick in half and disappeared into the night. The 7 men were loyal and brave. Illustrate. They managed to kill Longram and Krafstein, but they lost 3 of them. So Sabt, Fritz, and Rasandel went home with heavy hearts for their lost friends. The murder of the 3 men wasn't the only sorrow for Rasandel. Explain. Rasandel, Sabt, and Fritz were sad for losing the 3 men who were killed in the fight. B. They worried about the king's health and angry that Robert had escaped. Do you think Rasandel would agree to Robert's wicked plan to be king? No, because Rasandel was peaceful, honest, and reliable and honorable, and he was ready to sacrifice his life to rescue the real king. He was a man of principles. Duke Michael couldn't trust Antoinette de Montbard anymore. Illustrate. After Michael had known that Antoinette had betrayed him and revealed his secrets to Rasandel, he couldn't trust her, so he kept her a prisoner in his mansion. What did Rasandel feel after reading Antoinette's second message? He felt that he could do nothing to help either Madame de Montbard or the king. When did Rasandel begin his plan and how? At midnight, Sabt took his men to the mansion. Rasandel rode alone a different way to the castle with clothes to keep him warm, weapons, and a rope. Why did Robert and Digotet do? What did Robert and Digotet do? They crossed the drawbridge to the castle before they lifted the drawbridge for the night. What was the strange thing Rasandel noticed about Robert? Robert returned alone, climbed down some hidden steps to the moat, and swam across. Then he climbed some steps opposite and disappeared back into the mansion. Thanks for listening with Nafham. Learn easily and simply.